What's up, guys? It is Jack and Jeff from MachineHunter.com. Jeff, we're doing 5 facts. Today we're doing your favorite fact check.
All right.
This is fact check number 5. I believe you were out the last time, and Ryan did it, and Ryan tied your best, I believe.
My best was 5-0, right?
I think it was 3 and 2.
Yeah,
I think you got 3 correct and 2 incorrect. So let's give it another shot, Jeff. Are you ready for this?
True.
Let's start with Evolve. It's a newer game. Since the developers of Evolve were also the team behind the Left 4 Dead series, there were planned DLC skins for the characters like Coach, Bill, and Lewis. However, 2K Games wasn't a fan of the idea, so it was scrapped.
True.
That is false.
Fuck.
It would have been pretty badass, though, right?
That would have been super cool.
It'd be kind of fun to play as, who's the redneck dude? Trevor, not
Ellis.
Trevor. Ellis. I love Ellis. Clearly, because I can't remember his name. Let's move on to number 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. When you first start the game, Ezio will have 53,724 florins in his possession. The amount has a special meaning, as 5-3 and 724 are the birthdays of the lead writer and the game's director, respectively.
True.
That is also false.
Fuck.
It seems to be an arbitrary preset number used to convey progression from the previous Assassin's Creed title. So you got to carry it over.
Franco, you son of a bitch.
So, all right, so you can tie your best right now if you get the next ones. And this one's a classic one, Jeff. It's Sonic the Hedgehog. You ready?
Okay, yeah.
The controllers for both the Atari 2600 and the Sega Genesis use the same pin layout. Therefore, it is possible to play through Sonic the Hedgehog entirely using an Atari 2600 controller.
True.
That is true. Sonic only needs the joystick and 1 button to jump, so it can be done.
Huh.
I'd like to see someone try that sometime.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, number 4. This is SSX. EA's 2012 reboot of SSX was planned to be a much darker game called SSX Deadly Descents. However, the game returned to a series lighter tone before it was released, dropping Deadly Descents from the title.
False.
That is true.
Fuck.
There's still old trailers for the game on YouTube. Also, there's Deadly Descent challenges in the game's World Tour mode. So I remember that when it first came out. I remember they first demoed it. I thought it was going to be a return to I remember like SSX2 was very colorful and a lot of fun, and they've never really kind of captured that again. So, all right, last but not least, Mafia II. We love this game. Originally, there was going to be an option in the game to buy a gun license in order to show it to the police whenever they caught you with a weapon in public.
False.
This is true. This can be seen in the 8-minute gameplay trailer that was shown at Gamescom 2009. So, Jeff, you went 1 for 4 this week.
I was off my
1
game
and 4
today,
this week.
God,
you're a little off today. Anyway, but this is fine. I love Fact Check. This is a lot of fun to go through and kind of check out some cool facts and stories behind some of the games. So
that tricky Franco got me today.
He did. All right, so that's Fact Check number 5. We'll see you next time for more.